Welcome back, folks, to Hungry, Horny, and Confused. If you thought this was a phase, it's not. We're coming live to you every week. We've got a lot of great things to talk about, and we have a lot to say, and we want you to come along for the ride.
Come hither, child. Parents, grandparents, mothers, daughters, all the above. Come aboard, join the ride. Let's get lost. Let's get weird.
Yeah,
Let's see where we go.
parents, grandparents, elderly, the young, different racial groups and ethnicities. We want to hit all the groups. We want everyone.
We're anti Kyrie Irving.
Speak for yourself. I gotta look into more of what he said. But he does seem to be getting into issues all the time. I wish he would just kind of.
I give it about over under 3 weeks until he's either off the Nets or absent from the team for personal reasons.
I think it's kind of time for the Nets to just hit a full rebuild and
Trade KD.
yeah, trade KD.
But no one's going to trade him for what they expect to get for him.
I think teams will trade for KD,
Shit, at the rate the Warriors are doing.
not. I think they'll get less offers for Kyrie. KD, I bet they could get a bunch of first round picks, maybe some young stars for their team. But I think Kyrie is kind of become an unattractive trade asset
He's
as of recent.
he's toxicity wherever he goes. It he was young because he had a not going to get into it, but he had a decent leader back in the day in LeBron in Cleveland when he was young. But then once he had to take the torch on his own, he couldn't be in Cleveland by himself. So he went to the Celtics. Couldn't be in Boston by himself. That team was actually better without him. Then where did he go after that? Was it directly to
Yeah, I
the
think
Nets?
Boston. Yeah, I think he was a free agent after.
Yeah, then look how his time is going
Yeah,
in Brooklyn. So he's just wherever he goes, the team crumbles. They're better off without him. So he's the first person that needs to leave from that team, I think.
he is a great talent, but you can't have that off the court stuff going on. You need to, if you want to win a championship, you got to build a championship culture.
You can't have a damn poet from the 1600s on your team speaking
Yeah.
fucking gibberish. Just if you got meaning, you got words to say, speak it out. Don't hide behind all these weird cryptic tweets and whatnot. Just fucking say what you mean.
Yeah.
And when you get asked a yes or no answer, answer it yes or no. So there's clarity on the situation because that's why they're asking you a yes or no question. And I'm looking at you, Kyrie Irving. I was gonna take those glasses off at a way later time, but I'm getting serious already. All right, should we just move on from that?
Yeah, I think we. I was about to say, yes, you got the other shades on, but
Yeah,
yes, let's move on. We got a lot of more important stuff to talk about tonight,
way more important.
and me and Will are feeling a little. We're in some type of mood tonight, and we're gonna have some fun.
Yeah,
We're
so
gonna have some fun.
the thing we're gonna talk about tonight is we have about 27 to 29 different things we could talk about. So we're just gonna see where it goes. And the first thing I think I'm just gonna bring it up right away. Let's talk about water. How do you feel about water? H2O is what other people call it, aka
That's right.
scientist.
The big H2O. I'm drinking water right now, sparkling water.
Just, I think this is already part of the podcast, but don't just get regular water. Why do you need sparkling water? It burns your throat, makes your stomach bubble. Just drink regular water. All right,
But
that's my
this
take on
isn't
that.
the type of water that we're going to be discussing. The water that we're talking about is out there in the ocean.
I think it's actually that way.
Out there
Yeah.
in the ocean. We love fish. We love the ocean. We like sharks.
No,
We like whales.
he likes sharks. Not a fan of sharks.
I like tsunami videos.
Okay, you say that when we live so close to the ocean. There's talk about earthquakes happening. Don't get your hopes up about tsunamis. I'm not a fan of tsunamis.
Where do you think? What do you think the best escape route for us would be in the event of a tsunami?
I'm either gonna run straight into the ocean and call on Aquaman and just hope I'm the one chosen one that can speak to animal life and I'll get rescued.
I don't think that's a good idea, but
Well,
go
that's
on.
why my backup plan is
Yeah.
I'm just gonna find a highest mountaintop and try to climb there, like the Marin Headlands or whatnot. But I'm gonna kind of bank on Plan A and speak to like a humpback whale or something. Be like, pick me up, son.
All right, here on my plan. I think I'm getting one of those. There's going to be crazy. If there's a tsunami in San Francisco, there's going to be crazy traffic.
We're also the
So,
closest to the ocean
yes,
than 99% of people in San Francisco.
I think we grab some of those e-scooters and we just go to the bridge. Everyone's sitting in traffic. No one can leave.
Oh, okay.
Me and you,
I was
we
gonna be like,
e-scooter across the bridge. Then we get to the Marin Headlands and we just start running up as fast as we
let's
can.
drive as far as we can until we can first.
Well, I think we want to get high up, you know?
Well, if you get to the bridge, you just got to go one route, really.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I
You
don't
just
know.
said you're
What do
trying
you?
to get to the bridge and cross it, and then you're talking about going to height. So to get to the bridge, you got to go through flatlands. There's no height going to the bridge from where we're at. All right, I don't. We're not talking about this. This is madness going to turn out from this conversation.
Fair enough.
I'm going to
Fair
end up
enough.
deciding to bury you before I do anything, leaving for a tsunami.
That's
But anyways, let's talk
nasty.
about the ocean. The ocean. Do you know how many oceans there are in the world?
I know there's
That's not an
four.
answer.
Four, right?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Four? I honestly I don't know the answer, but I know for God
I'm pretty
damn
sure
sure
it's
there's not.
four.
No.
The Pacific, the
Oh,
Atlantic,
actually, before we get into it,
the Indian.
God damn it.
That's it.
Wait? What'd you say? Start all over.
Pacific,
Pacific,
Atlantic,
Atlantic,
Indian,
Indian.
Pacific, Atlantic. Are there three? Do you know any other
Dude,
ones?
now you're really making. I feel so dumb at this moment. I know there's the Arctic Ocean. There's the Mediterranean Sea.
That's a sea. That ain't an ocean, homie.
Oh my lord. The Baltic Sea.
It's a sea.
How,
Look it up. Let's
I
do a
can't
little
take this.
research.
How many oceans are there?
I forgot. It's been a long time
No,
since
I'm
I
not
took
looking for the book.
geography.
There's seven. I knew there was more than four.
What? How many continents are there? I feel like I'm mixing my numbers
Oh
up.
wait, no, I think you're right. There are four.
Thank you.
Wait, no, there's only one global ocean. Apparently, to Google, there's only one global ocean. Historically, there are four named oceans: Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, Arctic. However, most countries, including the United States, now recognize the southern Antarctic as the fifth ocean.
You didn't say five.
Yeah, I know I didn't. I was way off on that. I think I was thinking of something else. I don't know where I got. I was thinking of seven.
Also,
Oh,
that's not a fucking ocean. I don't care what they say. The Southern Antarctic Ocean. Are you kidding me? You can't just be making up new oceans and landmarks.
you could do whatever you want, Ian.
I'm sticking with the original four.
Well, you know what? Old timer, boomer. Times are changing.
Man, this country ain't what it
See,
used to be.
don't get me started on rewriting history books, okay? You can't just stick with what's been in the past and stick with history, all right? When news discoveries happen, rewrite history,
Okay,
brother.
let's
Okay?
open. Let's have a discussion then.
Okay.
How many oceans do you think there should be?
Four.
Four.
Yeah.
Me
How many?
too.
Okay.
Okay.
Good conversation.
Yeah.
See that U.S. government? Fucking compromise. It's also a lot easier when you're both in agreement right away. But anyways, all right.
This world needs to come together like us, okay? And put our problems aside If we
Be
can
careful.
collaborate, we can do anything.
Speaking of the ocean,
Venus,
all
California.
right, I'm just want to just jump right the fuck into it. All right,
Okay.
the ocean. Do you know how much of the ocean has been discovered?
I think you may have told me this. Is it like 30%? Maybe less?
Well, I'm gonna double check. 5%. 5% of the ocean
5%.
is
Wow.
explored. So they say like, yeah, they've done a lot of sonar across like the ocean, like so there's a lot more of the ocean discovered. But no, physically, like with our eyes that we've seen, is about roughly 5%, probably more than that. But that's where I want to dive into this theory about the ocean. So I'm a big possible UAP hashtag UFO theorist, maybe possibly true kind of guy. But what about them living in the ocean? If we've only discovered 5% of the ocean, theoretically, we've discovered just as much or even more of space right now. We have a Hubble telescope that's capturing pictures of stuff millions of light years away, but yet we can't get physical evidence of more than 5-10% of the ocean. Like, why don't we talk about that ever?
Yeah, I know the ocean's big, but 5% almost seems like not enough for how advanced we've become. And maybe we need to be looking around in there a little bit more.
Like, imagine if NASA and the US government put the amount of money they put into space travel and, like, maybe a little bit of the military money, or even just mostly space travel, and they put all that money into ocean exploration.
So are you saying that aliens might, maybe they're coming from the ocean? Because
Well,
would that make them aliens, or were they already here?
so Ian, this is where this full conversation can quickly come to a full circle. So if you listen to our last podcast, we bring up ancient civilizations. So in that podcast, I brought up the fact that there was ancient civilizations that were taken out by a cataclysmic event such as an asteroid, the poles changing, which caused like massive earthquakes, tsunamis, and it made these people adapt to. They were so advanced, which is why they were able to build technologies like the pyramids and whatnot, that they build these underwater civilizations, and they just continue to develop and to the point where they live under the ocean and hide from the rest of the world. That's kind of where this full theory comes full circle. Not just one theory itself, but a lot of different theories kind of connect to that. So there's not insanity behind my thinking. Yeah, there's dots
And
that
when you
connect.
look at something like a octopus,
Yeah, like what the hell is an
almost
octopus?
resembles an alien.
Like with the long head, with the big eyes on the side of the head, big black eyes. I mean, it has the capability of camouflage
Yeah,
instantaneously.
it can just go purple to yellow
And there's been
like that.
multiple studies on squids and octopus about them being incredibly intelligent, like finding that are maneuvering their ways through mazes to get food and opening cans and whatnot to get food as well. They're
Okay,
it's interesting.
hear this theory
I
out.
honestly I don't believe the octopus thing that much, but I don't
What if
know.
the aliens are coming down to Earth on missions and intervals, and in their home base planet, the ones that are coming here, they all live underwater, and they're dropping the aliens, aka octopuses and squids, down into our ocean, and they're watching us.
I was super sucked in at first. You sounded like you had a really good thing going, but I'll tell you right now, you lost me at the end of that. You lost me, kid.
Well, what if they're dropping them
The
down,
squids?
and octopuses down into the sea? That way because we don't ever, only explored 5%. Maybe that's why they're dropping them there, and that's where they're doing all their research.
Could be. I
Yeah.
could see it. But wouldn't it be more Wouldn't it be better for them to like study us from where there's only more than 5%
Yeah,
of us
but if
being there?
but if they dropped them on land, we we'd know. You know,
Yeah,
we'd
because
find out.
well, there's some weird shit on land too. What if porcupines are aliens? Porcupines are
That's a good
weird.
point. That
Ants are weird. There's fucking trillions of ants out there.
ants
Fuck this microphone.
or aliens. There are a lot of weird animals that make you look at them and you almost think you
But
don't look like you're from this planet. And
there's a lot of
I
weird
think I
stuff
should investigate.
in the ocean that looks like they could be aliens.
Wouldn't it be cool to be like a. Didn't you say you were going to be a marine biologist?
Yeah, that was my first major in high school was biology to become a marine biologist. But
That'd be
then
pretty cool.
no, I was killing it in all my biology classes, math classes. Then I finally took a chemistry course and I couldn't understand 1% of chemistry. So I was like, I gotta change majors. But anyways, so I'm gonna show you this video real quick. There's like documentation from the Navy, real footage of some UFO because they can't identify this flying object hovering in the air and then going into the ocean. It's pretty crazy. Like I would actually we can listen to the audio.
Shows one of the U.S. Navy's stealth ships tracking an unknown object in the sky. And after a few minutes,
Splash. Mark bearing and range.
the 2019 footage obtained by filmmaker
Like
Jeremy
you're videoing
Corbell
this thing in the air.
last month released another video of an upside-down pyramid UFO hovering above a Navy destroyer.
This is part of a much larger series of events that we're going to be.
Off the coast of California, newly leaked video allegedly shows one of the U.S. Navy's stealth ships tracking an unknown object in the sky. And after a few minutes,
Splash.
That was like
So-
a bad showing of it. But anyway, just
That's
like
what I'm saying, though. You see, it went straight into the ocean.
yeah.
What
and-
if they're dropping little capsule ships with octopi in them down into the ocean? They're doing experiments on us in the bottom of the sea, sending us back up to Mars, learning about us to take over our world.
So I like that. I like that. That would be a good movie script.
I'm just spitballing.
It's
here.
beautiful. It's a beautiful mind
Yeah.
out there going right now. The only thing on that is
Ocean aliens.
how are they going back up there? Are they just getting picked up, like sucked back up when they go back there?
Yeah, just taking the capsule ships back up into space.
Want to hear another theory based on that?
Yes.
So speaking of Mars, it's been written and documented from NASA that they've discovered that there used to be oceans on Mars. So what if squids and whatnot and aliens and us used to live on Mars, and then when the planet started drying up because of whatnot, maybe global warming or something like that, like an asteroid hitting it, when the ocean started evaporating, they shipped to the next closest planet that had water, which happened to be Earth. And then that's when some squid stayed the same, some other squid developed into other life, other kind of alien technology, different kind of human beings, like Neanderthals came about. I mean, shit, if you think about it, only one organism, one cell, developed into sloths, developed into ants, developed into human beings. What if one of those branches was like just another kind of human that was incredibly intelligent, like way before humans developed? And those are the aliens that just happened to be on Earth before us. Those were the ancient civilizations, and those are the futuristic us coming and visiting us, the aliens from other planets. That's the first time I thought of that theory, and
So
I
you're
feel like I need to write that down.
You're saying one cell, life grows from this one original
That's how life started.
cell, yes. And then with the humans or Neanderthals or whatever,
Like different things developed
they
from this.
branched off, and there were the alien humans who were super smart, and then us.
Like
who
here's a
went
good way
this
to
way.
like here's a good way to do it. So here's the one cell, right?
Yes.
Here's one branch. Like ants and little praying mantises and whatnot. Another branch developed marine animals, fish, whales. Another group developed like rodents, lions, tigers, bears. The next group developed humans, monkeys, chimpanzees, and then this weird other branch that was small but super intelligent branched off that wasn't discovered, and those are the aliens like that were just way more advanced and quickly developed on the planet because this planet is what is it 5.6 billion, I know I'm wrong, but billions of years old, so it's had a lot of time to develop these organisms. What if one just branched off, developed way more quickly than the others, and kind of
It was like we out. Like,
like we out like
oh, we could go to any planet we want.
exactly,
Okay,
oh there's a way better earth out there.
sayonara. Later.
Like that's a theory. That's the first theory I've never taken from somebody else, but came to fruition in the moment. And I might quit my job and write a book about it. Sorry, boss. That might be it
That's
for
a
me.
good idea. I think
How does that sound to you?
it doesn't sound crazy.
It does
doesn't.
a little bit though. A little bit. You can admit.
It
You can admit.
sounds like the truth.
I believe it's the truth.
Anything's possible, and that's why we are here. We want to discuss all the possibilities. We want to get everything mapped out, and it's up to us to decide what the answers are.
Yeah, don't. It's not the government. It's not your parents. It's not the city council. It's us that decides the laws and rulings of what goes on and
Yes.
what's decided in this world. That's why you got to tune into Hungry, Horny, and
Amen.
Confused. If you want to know what's out there, want to know what's going on, want to know how to live your life successfully, and be a better person, and live holy, then where do you go, Ian?
You come right here.
You come right
and you
here.
hit that subscribe button and you hit that like button because we know what's going on. Don't listen to AB. Listen to us.
Don't listen to
Okay.
Kanye, AB, Kyrie Irving.
We went to college and
Even-
we have degrees.
Harvard of the West, baby. Harvard of the West.
I think every college, state college in California says that. So
Oh,
I disagree. Just Chico.
yeah, there's one and only. All right,
Great spot though.
let's what else do you want to dive into about the ocean? Because I think I kind of want. I had to get off my chest about my alien theory about the ocean, and I think I did. So, is there anything else about the ocean you want to talk about?
Well, I was thinking for the fans, maybe you can tell them about the parts of the ocean that you have right in your room.
Oh, the parts of the ocean in my room. So I
Yeah.
can tell you what the parts of the ocean I have in my room. So I got two fish tanks going on. I got one brackish water. Brackish water is when fresh water meets ocean water. It develops into not fully salt water, but not fully fresh water, a little bit in between. Actually, it's kind of relative to what we have in my hometown, the Petaluma River. It kind of channels in from the ocean and kind of forms into a river. But because it's so far from the ocean, it develops into brackish water. So it kind of becomes fresh water a little bit. So anyways, my brackish water tank, I got two green spotted puffers and one mosquito fish. Don't ask me how the mosquito fish got in there by accident, still living somehow. Mosquito fish, his name is Faith. Green spotted puffers, Phil and Leroy. That's in the brackish water tank. Beautiful specimens. Let's go to the saltwater tank. We got two clownfish. We got a damsel. We got Benny. We got something else. I have no idea what it is, but pretty cool. Let's see here. The clownfish names are Jadavion the clownfish.
It's Jadavion clownfish.
Jadavion clownfish. Excuse me. Jadavia clownfish. The damsel. I don't have a name for them because he's an asshole and he picks on the other fish. The Benny. I don't have a name for him yet because he's freshly new. The hermits. Kind of hermit number one, hermit number two, whatnot, so forth. Yeah, that's the ocean in my room. I would have probably 2 or 3 more tanks in my room if my roommate was okay with it, but that's an ongoing conversation that I'm sure you'll see develop throughout these podcasts.
Sometimes we gotta help out when somebody has an addiction, and this man likes fish tanks a little bit too, a lot. He likes them a lot.
What if I got one that was that turtle that we saw at Petco?
I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that.
But-
We saw a
How would you feel about him being in the kitchen?
Mr. Room in the kitchen.
I don't know. I'm kind of running out of room in my room.
I know, that's what I've.
But he
seen.
looked pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
We will talk about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
There's another thing I want to get into on this podcast. The fact that whales are so big.
Yes,
How are whales so
Huge.
big?
huge.
Like we think, like if you think about it, elephants are the biggest thing on land,
Are they?
size wise. Like
That makes sense.
like
They are
weight
pretty,
wise,
They are pretty big.
giraffes are taller, but I mean snakes are longer. But anyways, they're way smaller than like a blue whale.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy. That is crazy. Whales. What's your favorite whale?
What's my favorite whale? Sperm
Yeah.
whale. Easy answer. They're hunters. They hunt giant squid. They go to the depths of the ocean and they breathe air, so they have to hold their breath to do it. Respect.
I'm gonna go beluga.
Do you even know what a beluga whale is?
No.
Actually, you know another pretty cool
I don't
whale
really
is?
know that much about whales.
You
I
know what the you know about the unicorn whale?
narwhal?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Narwhal, yeah.
Those are sick.
If you could have the biggest fishing rod in the world, smallest rod in the world, like try to take out the size of the fish out of the question. If you could reel in and catch any fish in the world, what would it be? One time.
If I could catch any fish in the
And
world,
release it without any harm to the animal whatsoever. So don't worry about like PETA coming after us or some shit.
yeah, we don't want that.
I watch Whale Wars. I've donated to your cause.
What came
Even
to
though-
my
I
head
love Michael
first
Vick.
was a marlin.
Okay,
I think that would be kind of
that
cool.
would be pretty sick.
But I bet there's one I would rather
Like
catch.
you wouldn't want to catch a great white shark.
I don't think I can catch a great white shark.
very-
I think we got to keep it.
Keep it
Marlin,
realistic.
there's maybe a chance if I'm just really feeling the animal in me and I
Ooh,
really reel
have
hard.
you ever seen an oarfish?
An oarfish?
An oarfish. It's also called the earthquake fish because they're like rarely seen by society, but like they're seen like every few years, like get washed up to a shore and they swim out from the depths to the shore when there's like an earthquake about to happen. Theoretically, or that's like what they believe. But anyways, let me show you a picture of an oarfish. They grow up to like 50 feet long too. Imagine catching one of these motherluckers.
Whoa, that's cool.
How cool is that thing?
Kind of looks like a dragon.
It's pretty much a
Yeah.
dragonfish.
I wonder. I gotta learn.
Like,
Like,
look how big that thing is.
I gotta learn how. Like, if we can put this on the pod.
In my fish tank.
No.
Oh.
For the because like, I gotta learn copyright. Like, I gotta learn what we can. Because I want.
Let
them
me
see
talk
it
to
as well.
let me talk to Google. Wait,
Yeah,
wait.
hit them up. Ask them what's allowed, what's not allowed.
Oh, look how cool
I don't
that
really
thing
know
is.
how any of this stuff works.
Yeah.
I'm still learning. But yeah, that looks like a cool fish. Definitely a shark would be cool. It would be sick to like a hammerhead shark. That would be pretty sick if you caught one of those.
Hammerhead, yeah. Have you seen a hammerhead snail? It's not cool to talk about it with other people seeing it, but hammerhead snails are pretty cool. Look it up if you've never seen one. I got one more thing about the ocean. I think we
Okay,
should
hit
end it
me
on
with
this.
it.
So here's another powerful thing about the ocean that we could think of. Not really has to do with the ocean, but I'm thinking about it with the ocean. Have you ever heard
Okay.
of North Sentinel Island?
I think so.
I believe it's off the coast of Indonesia. Not Indonesia. Shit. Give me a second when I look this up because I want to be right about this. North Sentinel Island. Yep, that's what I thought. In India. So it's off the coast of India. It's an island that's been so isolated from the ocean for so long that they've never had contact with civilization and from the mainland for hundreds of years.
I have heard of this.
So like there's been a handful of people, one guy specifically lately tried to like bring the Bible over in Catholicism, and they found like his body like decapitated like on the shores, and there's been documentation of people doing that beforehand and all dying because they just never know what these people are. They've never seen a white person before. Like if there's pictures of them on the island from a helicopter, imagine them seeing a helicopter for the first time ever.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's another topic. I don't know. What do you think about that?
I think that I kind of think that we should just leave them alone.
100%.
Like they obviously have their own world, and I think it's good to keep a piece of that world where that's just a different life. They're just a reminder of like the basis of civilization and people sort of at its core, just surviving, or
It's like
just leave them alone. Just leave them alone.
my point of view on that is I 100% agree that we should leave them alone because like they don't want to be involved with
Yeah.
the rest of civilization.
You can't throw those people into they like that world. They're from that world.
But don't you think it would be? I don't condemn this, but just like it would be interesting to see like to be able to study them, to see like how humans would be able to develop and evolve without like technology or like normal human civilization development. Like,
Yeah.
that would be interesting to to study.
I understand the attraction to them, and
Like
it is crazy.
I bet someone's doing it out there.
It is crazy to think that there are still, because aren't there in South America, in the rainforest or the Amazon,
So
aren't there still
uncontacted tribes?
yeah, there's tribes out there
Yeah,
too.
there's a handful, but I feel like that's still different from this North Sentinel Island because this is literally an island in the middle of the ocean. Like this is really like untouched from civilization. Like I feel like these people in the jungles in South America have seen handfuls of white explorers and like other people and whatnot. And I'm sure they've seen actually people on North Sentinel Island would see planes and whatnot go over them, right?
I think yeah, they've definitely seen planes.
But another thing for some reason that came into my mind I want to talk about. Do you think out there in some government that they're trying to develop like human pig, human chimpanzee hybrids?
I don't think they would look too great.
I don't think they're going for it for
Mm.
attractive specimens to have sex with.
I'm sure there's some with all the weird people out there. I always get I always get remind like I'm always like I'm definitely a weirdo, and then I hear some shit like someone that would be doing something like that, and I'm like, oh, there are fucking creep like weirdos on this planet.
Like there's some weird
Yeah,
billionaires that have so much money that are just like, yeah, let's see if I can develop something with all the funding I can put into this institution, and because if I can capitalize on this, who knows what I can be like do with all this power and whatnot.
yeah. I don't.
AKA
I mean,
Elon Musk.
maybe a chimp. I could see like I can see the point in like breeding like a human with like a
Gorilla.
yeah, because
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
it would be like a yeah like a crazy athlete, but like a pig. Why would you breed a human with a pig?
Now that I think about this, it's leading to another thing.
I got some stuff on the back burner too.
Why don't
But hit me with it.
Why doesn't the U.S. development? Because I know they were able to clone a sheep back in like late 1990s.
Bah!
Why don't we just clone Dwayne the Rock Johnson 1,000 times and have that as our army?
Well, they could clone. They could.
Why don't we?
Because
What? Because
dude, we
Russia wouldn't be
we
touching us right now.
yeah, but
They wouldn't do shit if they're like, oh,
think about the
like, hey, we got our dude Dwayne the Rock Johnson's coming after us.
think, think
The
about
Rock.
think about if we think about the message we're sending if we start building an army of Dwayne the Rock Johnsons, then they
Oh.
know it's on.
Oh, like other countries give a fuck about that. I guarantee they're doing it behind closed doors to try to beat us.
I mean,
AKA Russia and China.
I'm anti-cloning. I think,
100% anti-cloning.
but yes, ideally, if you wanted to build a apex
But
army,
we should be allowed to do it.
if okay.
Like
if-
the rest of
if
the
you
world should
wanted
not. We should.
If you wanted to build an apex army, yes, you would probably take some DNA from Dwayne the Rock Johnson, some DNA from
A rhino. Have the
Yeah,
body armor.
and you just make like a million clones. You just make this little DNA concoction.
Okay, we're not jacking off the fucking rhinos.
I
What
said,
was that
I said
motion?
concoction.
Yeah, but you go
I'm stirring it.
the concoction. The concoction.
Now it's, like stirring the DNA,
Yeah, that's a better hand movement.
stirring it up. But yeah, I mean, I could see, I bet I could see Russia doing that. Just being like, oh, well, this family that's just filled with savages, well, let's clone them. Let's make 1 million of them.
I think on that note, we should start wrapping up the podcast.
Are you joking, bro? We're like half an hour in.
We're way farther than half hour.
No
in.
way.
Yeah.
How far? What time is it?
I don't know, but I'm gonna read you 5 ocean facts, and you tell me if they're true
No,
or
fuck
false.
that. I have a question for you.
I'm scared of this question.
Which religion do you think is the coolest?
Buddhism, and there's no question about it.
Is that the one with reincarnation?
Yes.
I thought that was Hinduism.
I'm not really gonna have to Google this because my whole belief might be thrown off. What religion?
To
is-
me, reincarnation makes the most sense out of the different theories of what happens to us when we die.
it's Hinduism and Buddhism.
Okay.
Pretty much any religion in India. Sikhism.
How many religions do you think there are?
I'm gonna guess 30. No, I'm gonna guess 73. No, I'm gonna guess probably like 500.
500?
I have 2 or 3 I do that I've created.
I meditate, but I'm not to God.
I'm not gonna reveal what my religion is to the public because they do not deserve it.
That's fair. That's fair.
4,000 religions.
Wow.
Over 4,000 that are
That's
recognized.
crazy.
There's probably twice as many.
I want what's like the process? Can anyone just create a religion and create a
Who the fuck accepts
A
that
list of-
religion?
list of principles and then it's like a religion?
Well, I'm more focused on developing a cult than a religion, so I'm not really worried about that.
This is our cult.
How to start a
Hungry-
religion with pictures. Planning your religion. Developing a cosmology.
We've got the playbook, folks.
So we got to think about that. Let's develop a religion right now on the podcast.
Yes.
All right. Step
What
one.
a good idea.
Step 1.
Let's go.
Starting a religion will require a significant amount of time. We got time right here. Start by writing your ideas, yada, yada, yada. We don't need a plan. Nope. Skipping step 1. Planning a religion, skip step 1. Step 2. Develop a cosmology. How did the universe develop? How did life start? Okay.
Go.
Bang.
How did life start?
Shit, this is actually tougher than I thought. Maybe we should have planned
No,
this. No.
I got this. An
Okay, go.
alien.
How did the alien start?
It starts with the alien. The alien dropped.
No, how did the alien start? You can't just start with life.
He was born from the ancient galactic god
There we go. There we go. Keep it going.
Khaleesi Pong, and he traveled to Earth and dropped a drop of life down to the ground, which formed a seed, which led to all the different beings and organisms and animals and fish that we have on this planet. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the only way to reconnect with the great Khaleesi Pong, the great creator, the one and only God, is to
Okay, you're skipping steps. You're skipping steps. We're talking about how the Earth started.
Okay,
how life
okay,
started.
okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we got the
So can I mix that up a little bit?
yeah yeah
You
yeah.
mind if I
Go,
mix
go,
it
go,
up?
go, go.
So this alien you're talking about,
Yeah.
when they dropped life into the world and whatnot, when they dropped life, an analogy of that is they stuck their dick inside of a giant planet and it fucked it so hard the planet exploded and caused a bunch of other planets to develop from different pieces of that original planet with that original alien semen. So that semen developed on those pieces of the original planet and grew life on those different planets. So our semen happened to develop human life.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
I like it a lot.
You like that?
Yeah.
All right. So that's how that life
All right.
started.
Step 3.
All right. Let's see what step 3 is. Select a name for your religion. I like
Ooh.
this.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see.
All right. First thing that comes to your mind. Khaleesi Pongnism? Ponglesianism? Khaleesi... Oh. Alien fuck the worldism? Semenism. Semenology.
Let's see.
Pongology. I like semenism.
Okay, yeah.
The
let's
world
roll with
developed off
that.
the alien semen.
Fucking the world, creating many
Semenism.
worlds.
And you know what?
Semenism.
And if you want to create... No, dude, think of this might turn into a cult. To create your own little world,
Yeah.
you, with your own semen, you shoot it into an egg. The egg explodes and creates its own semenism and develops its own universe, aka a human, bro. This is getting somewhere. All right, semenism. Let's go. Step 4.
Let's go, baby.
Step 4.
I
Dev-
can't believe we're back
Oh
creating
shit!
religion.
Develop a list of your
Do we have to
religion's core tenets.
apply or anything?
We'll write up a plan.
Okay,
and we'll,
okay,
We'll
okay.
do next podcast.
Okay, step 4. Step 4.
Step 4. We're gonna have like a 10 commandments. 10's too manly to me. I don't like 10.
Can we do? Yeah, we're not thinking of.
Should we
10
do
right now.
3? Or is that too little? I just like the number 3.
Let's try to come up with 3, and maybe we'll do 5.
Okay. Don't bang family members.
Yeah, no incest.
That's number 1. No ancestry.
yes.
Fuck you, Southwest. All right.
Number 2.
Because I would say no murder, but it's just if it's justifiable, I'm gonna okay it. So how do you feel about that?
One more time.
I'm gonna leave murder off of the list because what if it's a justifiable murder?
So you were gonna say murder is a commandment?
Like you can't commit murder.
Oh, I thought you were saying like you have to murder.
No.
Okay.
Like if it's justifiable, you
No,
can
yeah.
murder.
Sometimes you gotta kill.
So let's
someone.
leave murder off the list then, because
Okay.
you can murder if it's
Yes.
justifiable.
Yeah.
But you have to like send documentation to the court for us to okay it first.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So
Okay.
so we got one commandment so
Okay.
far.
Freedom of thought. No,
Freedom?
that's-
No, because we got to be able to control the peeps.
That's right. Why is anybody?
Here's a good
creating
one.
religion?
Because there's going to be a boatload of sex. Consensual.
That's right.
Commandment number 2.
No.
Before you have intercourse, Handshake agreement. Every time.
I will have sex with you.
I will enter you.
All right.
All right.
Let's go.
Continuation.
All right.
Beginning.
That's how it's done.
Commandment number 2. Let's
like
go.
a gentleman.
All right. What's number 3?
Number 3,
Number 3.
you got to eat.
No beans. No, we're not bringing beans into this, dude. No, you don't need to eat beans. I like we had that, but you can't force the people into your own religion.
Okay, number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3, my lord. Pick number 3. Fuck. Why is this so hard? I mean, if we can't think of it, we can just stick with those 2.
Feel like we need 3. At
Right,
least.
yeah,
2 is weird.
2 is like an irresponsible number.
Yeah. I was gonna say you gotta do something like where you jump in water to like
Wow, I
to
had like a
salute
way
to
different-
like the great Khaleesi
I like
Pong.
it. I say we should move the first 2 we had to number 2, number 3, and let's bump this one up to number 1 to where
Okay.
there's like a baptism. You have to be involved into
Yes,
the religion.
but no, because then we're just copying. I say
Well,
like
like,
every year on like a
Okay, yeah,
certain
every year.
day, you have to go through a sacred water ritual to.
No, I don't
bless
like
the-
water. I'm not a fan of water. Can we do something else?
What do you want to do?
Actually, no, we can do water. I just don't like the
Yeah.
ocean. I'm a big fan of
It's
lakes
gotta
and
be the
rivers.
ocean. It's gotta be the ocean.
See, I knew that's where I was gonna go. I can't do the ocean.
Okay.
Fuck it. Yeah, it could be water. Any kind of water. It doesn't have to be ocean. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, sacred. Every year you have to do a sacred water ritual to show your respect to the god.
You have to eat a whole apple to its core underwater under one breath once a year. And if you can't do it, you're out of the religion.
That's so.
That's
dumb.
God telling you you're not involved. You don't belong.
I feel like I want more commandments. This is fun. What else could we do?
Well, no, we're not. There's more on the list of becoming a religion. That's in step 4.
At the age of 16, you must battle to. You have to.
We're stealing this from the Spartans, where you have to battle like a wolf by the age of 13 or 16.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. You must battle.
What animal? Let's do an animal that's annoying,
Another,
so we can get rid of them at the
another
same
human.
time. Yes. No. No.
Okay.
No. Actually, yes.
Yes.
Competitive religion.
Yes.
At the age of 16, you have to take the life of a competitor religion to be to be a leading male in our religion.
No, I say you
Cheers to that.
No, at the age of 16, basically, we have a ceremony where all the young men have a one-on-one fight with another man to the death, and the person who dies is a tribute to our God, and the one that lives spends the rest of their life trying to.
See, here's the thing, Ian. We had a really good thing going.
Yeah.
We were going to get people to join.
You don't
That
think-
right there might deter a handful of people, okay?
Okay, scratch that.
We had a
scratch
lot of
that,
people
scratch
aboard
that.
until them dying.
So what do we? Okay, so what do we have so far? We'll scratch that. We won't do that.
What do we have
That
on
was a
board
bad
so
idea.
far?
I started.
We
Feeling
went
the
dark.
inner
We
animal.
went dark quick.
Okay, so we have consensual sex. No incest,
There's a lot of sex in this religion.
and the yearly water ceremony.
Yeah.
You think that's good right
That's
there?
it.
Yeah.
Shut the door. Shut the door.
Boom.
Let's go to more.
Semenism.
All right. That's step 4. That's step 4 to creating a religion. Step 5. Talk to people about your religion. That's up to you guys. Spread the word. The
Yeah.
semenism. Spread it. All right.
Spread the word. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Subscribe below.
Step 6. Go Google the closest beach on what day? Should we do a day in November?
What are you talking about?
We have a meeting place where we spiritually meet. So we all have to
Yes.
go to a relative.
Everyone meet up at Pacifica Beach.
No, it doesn't have to be
on-
Pacifica. It could be any kind of beach. It's going to be a spiritual meetup.
Oh, okay. Go to your local beach on November 24th. It's
Nah, that's
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Let's do 2 days before.
Go to your local beach every year on November 17th at 6 p.m.
For a spiritual meetup of bodies and souls and semen.
While we're not there with you physically, we're with you in spirit.
Men. All right, that's step 6. We're going to skip step 7.
What's step 7?
Read about historical examples because we're our own motherfucking example, bitch.
Yeah. We ain't,
And then we're going to skip the whole thing about part 2. It's about earning legal status.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, we don't need anyone to.
And that's it. The last
Yeah.
step is offer lots of programs such as game nights, potlucks, sports, and reading groups. Welcome to Seamonism. I'm excited about this, man.
Me too.
I
Look at
think-
us.
I think it's going to be like
We have a podcast. We have a
Jesus?
religion.
Gandhi and then horny, hungry, and confused within the next couple of years. Like, we're up there, bro.
This
We're
is
up
how
there.
all great religions begin. 2 men with a great idea.
And for all you followers out there, if you can come up with a design, a mascot, etc., for this new religion of ours, please try not to include actual semen coming out of a wiener. Because I know there's going to be a lot of ideas. Try to come up with something else. Much appreciated.
Yes.
Thank you. And unless you got anything else for this?
No. I think we got to wrap it up on that one. But I'm glad if for one, on one hand, I was just curious on how you create a religion, and now we have one.
We literally have one.
And you guys can all be a part of it free of charge. We're not here to take your money. We're here to convert you to the truth.
And make you more money, coincidentally. Because if you follow semenism, you follow horny, hungry, and confused, you make money at the same time.
That's right.
So,
Should I send us off? Do you want to send us off?
well, I'll send us.
Send us off, baby.
My name is Will,
And I am Ian.
and this is Horny, Hungry, and Confused, and we're all 3.
Yes, sir.
Deuces.
My beloved monster and me, we go everywhere together, wearing a raincoat that has 4 sleeves, gets us through all kinds of weather.